There is a lot I'm going to be talking about tonight, Anthony, about Nick. I I'm going to be talking about Nick a lot in this live, and I have a lot to say about something that I want to talk about. I'm not going to do it now, but Anthony, I have some. Oh no, yeah, there's a lot, and I have some inside scoops that I know no one else knows besides Mariah and I. I did talk to Mason today. Yeah, so I'll be talking about Nick in just a few. I want to get my life started. I want to stay positive. I'm excited to be back on this app, so I don't want to start this live off because I just started with some negative stuff. And I will be asking in a little bit to talk to Mariah while I'm live. Not Mariah, sorry, Summer while I'm live. It's a guy that I'll discuss it later. Anyway, welcome you guys. Oh, I see Bryce is here. Hi, Bryce. How are you? I was just talking about something. But yeah, I just had the live started, so I want to have a good time. I want to have fun. But I will be discussing something tonight with the tea is going to be spilling. But not in a way where I want to be confrontational or have like drama. I do want to talk to Summer tonight live. But I'll discuss this all a little bit later. Hi guys, welcome in everyone. Please tap the screen. Let's get these likes up. Let's get the 5,000 as fast as we can. You all, please tap the screen. Of course, I'm going to be doing some battles tonight. I'm also going to be doing possibly a live with someone really incredible. I'll tell you about that later. I have a lot I want to talk. Summer is taking a break from doing live. Well, let Summer know that if you do talk to her, let her know I would love to have her in a box in a few to discuss some stuff that I think her and I should discuss in a public setting. Thank you. And it's up to her if it is like a negative thing, because for me, I'm not going to approach it negatively. She's back again. I just want to have an adult conversation between two trans women, not a drag queen and a trans woman. But we're definitely going to have a conversation tonight. And if she doesn't want to come, that's cool. I want to have a conversation with myself in this live. Well, we'll find that out, Bryce. We will have a conversation. Either we'll do it tonight, we'll do it sometime, but I'm definitely going to discuss what I feel, and also I'm probably going to express my feelings. Because I am a trans woman. I was definitely born male. I am now female. And Donald Trump did some crazy shit talking about trans people today. And so to hear that another trans woman is saying something, I could do it offline, but I feel like I've given a lot of grace to a lot of situations and a lot of conversations. I feel like I've been extremely I have been very clear on how I feel and how I stand. I've also been open-minded to a lot of people. I've also stood up for a lot of people. I have defended people. I have done a lot, and I've been nothing but positive. How much has happened online? So why not keep it? It has all happened on live, and that's what. So first off, I will say this loudly. Another trans woman that goes live on TikTok is stating that I am not a trans woman, I'm just a drag queen. Because I use the words that I have a unicorn horn. I say I'm a unicorn all the time because I am a unicorn. I have a horn. And I say it in a joking way that doesn't violate TikTok terms. I say it in a way to move around certain things. I also say it for shock value. I also say it for entertainment purposes. I also say it for there's 1,000 reasons why I say I'm a unicorn. She's a unicorn too. All trans women, we can identify. So if you are live later tonight, I'll gladly talk to you about what I think about it. Yes, I'll be live all night. But for another trans, so I'm not accusing her. Well, maybe I did say. Let me start that way. Allegedly, it was stated that I said that someone was saying that I'm not a trans woman, I'm a drag queen, because I speak about me having a unicorn horn or something like that. So, I would like to have a conversation. I have nothing but love too, and all I do on this app is represent love. I don't ever really have drama in this live. I have had moments where I've had like conversation with Pat. You all seen how I handle that. You all seen how I had confrontation with Mason. You all seen how I handle that. I am not an argumentative person where I'm screaming. So I am an argumentative person. What I'm trying to say is I'm not a screamer or getting upset or getting mad. I can have a debate in this exact voice. But for another trans person, with what Donald Trump said about trans people today, for another trans woman to allegedly say something about me not being trans, that I'm nothing but a drag queen because I talk about having a unicorn horn, to me that is problematic and not really that cool, especially when you said in this live and told me that we were friends. I do have some updates. I did talk to Mason today from Graceland. I did talk to Mariah today. I do have some feelings I will like to be expressing about that in a little bit. So if you're involved in the Graceland Nick Harris thing, I do want to have an open conversation tonight. And I am not here to speculate. I'm not here to screen record. I'm not here to gossip about what I've heard someone else say. I'm going to talk about what I know for a fact with receipts if I need to show them. Yeah. I'm not a gossip live. I'm a fact live. I am speaking directly to people themselves. I have text messages, text threads. I can bring them in, whatever. So yeah, I'm not an outside source. I'm an inside source. Everybody was wanting a Nick update, and I was gonna do one. But like the update really I have for Nick is not really that big. It's just that we have not heard from him. Hold on. Well, Mariah's in the chat, so I want to make sure. Is Mariah still here? Mariah, are you in the chat still? I know you're working. Well, I talked to Mason today, and Mason said that he does not work at Graceland anymore. He's for sure definitely not there anymore. It was not dramatic. He does want to go live. Where is he at? He's still at Graceland. He's still doing his step work. The update I got from Mason was just that not to be worried if he's not calling everybody. It's because he's actually doing his actual step work, which I think doesn't give Mariah or me too much comfort because like I think a simple phone call to say like, "Hey, I'm doing okay" would mean a lot. But last I was told that the reason why he hasn't called nobody is that was like a part of like a punishment or a part of a privilege taken. And I know Mariah was like, you know, if I don't hear from him soon, I'm gonna fucking go crazy. So I think like cutting him off from the outside world or not giving him a phone, even a landline, is kind of crazy. But Mason did bring some comfort and also bring some like information to me. So that's good to know.
Well, I think that when my son was in whatever he was in, they call it detox. You know, and I know that they never did put Nick through detox, but sober living and stuff like that. The main focus is to work your program and get sober, not to be socializing and making phone calls and doing all that other stuff. So it's usually limited to, you know, once a week or every other week you get a visit or a phone call because you are there for a reason of getting clean. So it's probably okay that you're not hearing from him Because, like Mason said, he's probably just working his program, which is what he needs to be doing.
That's true. But we also heard the reason why people are getting fired. Like one of the chefs in the kitchen is no longer there. A bunch of the residents have left. I can't say which ones, but some have left. And then we think it's a cleanup crew kind of situation so that the public cannot report things because Pat is in a legal situation and they're coming to the house evaluating things, looking over things. So they're trying to give them any information, but they're also trying to clean up their street some. So I feel like Nick's not calling because of the part of the cleanup crew for the damage that was caused from November to now. That's kind of like what I found out today a little bit.
Distraction. We love you for what you did.
Okay. So I text Ashley, I text Shelly, I text Lori today, and I was like, "Hey, something's going on. It's a little bit uncomfortable. I don't know how I feel about it. It's a little bit of drama." So, and you know the Nick Harris world because I'm friends with Nick, a bunch of the people who don't like him or people who do like him, whatever it is, they all have like kind of been speculating and going crazy and they host their own lives. And as you know, I have a friend named Summer. She's trans like me and she hosts a live. And in this conversation, my point is not to bash her or to attack her or to get mad or to fight or get angry. That's not how I communicate. If you all ever watch me have a situation with anybody, I don't do it in a way where I'm confrontational. I do it more in a way where I just want to have a conversation. So based on like what I received in the clips I was sent, I just feel like I was going to play it and then have you guys hear it and then you guys tell me what you thought. So I sent it to Shelly already, I sent it to Ashley, Lori. They've already listened. And that's what I was going to do today. Let's talk about that. I wanted to kind of ask you guys your opinion and then go from there. Should I do that or no?
Yeah, why not? It's a good distraction, I think, not just for us, but for Cindy as well, too. So. Mm-hmm.
And then with, Trump talk about trans people not being, there's only two genders in that conversation today. And then all my social media is going crazy about trans people. And then as you've seen today here on TikTok, I'm getting so many Trump situations coming in, trolls saying this to me. So like, to hear another trans person say that I'm not trans, that I'm a drag queen, it's a little fucked up. So here's
a little. Yeah, it's more than a little, by the way.
So here's a clip of what I was sent, and then you guys can then we can have a discussion. Okay. So the YouTube channel is called Hidden News Network. And the message I received today, they said fast forward to like 50 seconds and you'll hear it. So that's what I just did.
Absolutely. Yep. Did Summer on a call with us
Hold on.
Expressed her dislike for the fact and she thought it was very weird and she.
Oh, and really quick, Dusty, turn your camera off. Sorry, they're probably gonna clip your
didn't
screen.
like it and was mentioning that about Jessica's quote unquote unicorn porn and was expressing her disgust for Jessica about that and that it was strange and that's not really what trans people do. It was during that call.
Yeah, she said that. She said that a few days ago as well. She didn't like Jessica. She did not like the fact that Jessica is she considers Jessica a drag queen. She does not consider Jessica trans. And she hated being associated with that because she does have a unicorn horn. Yeah, she said that not too long ago.
Guys, as a person in the trans community, going in another person in the trans community because they're different. How ridiculous.
And
yeah,
that was on a
let her know I didn't have a problem.
You never said that. Yeah, she did.
She did say that. Again, this is another person who's not part of the conversations trying to speak on it. You're not a part of it.
Who said that she didn't? She said this on a phone call.
She said it on a phone call. I was there.
Yeah. She said it on phone calls with us, right? So someone in the comments typed, "No, she didn't." Dizzy, she did.
So AG, if she said it again, then that's another time she said it, because we're talking about on a call with me, Sabrina, Nick, Sezz, and
Very early on.
Brit. So if she's repeated that, then she's obviously talked about it more than just that.
Yeah.
Do you remember
that a lot?
Do you remember when you went up with Jessica?
Yep.
It was, I think, that night or the next day. I can't remember exactly what day it was, but it was that day or the next day. We were all on a phone call, and it was the same exact fucking conversation.
Yep. You know why? Because she's a petty fucking bitch, and she was upset that Jessica gave Brit a chance to speak. She thinks that she's the only one that can go around speaking. She didn't like that, and she's jealous of Jessica. What success on the app. Jessica is very good at what she does on the app. She battles, she hosts panels, she's very successful, and that burns Summer because she wants it.
Yeah, and that's another reason why I said that we've got to stop talking about that, because Britt got up there, and again, it was sent to me. Or no, we might have been watching it. I think somebody...
We watched it.
It's just... Okay, yeah, so Britt got up there, and Britt started getting emotional and crying. And I was like, we've got to stop. We've got to stop doing this shit. People are getting hurt, genuinely hurt. We've got to stop. And that was the last time I said it. And then the next thing I know, I go in the Discord that night, or maybe the next day, I can't remember. But here's Britt's grandfather. Here's all of Britt's information. I'm like, no, I got to get out of here. You people are fucking wild.
Yeah.
They're gross.
And actually, we also, and I'll say for different reasons, Jessica and I, we don't have like an irritation type rapport towards each other, so that I own that. So that's, I just gotta say, I have a feeling someone's going to put that in the comments, but I never spoke about her in that type of a way.
No, I've never minded Jessica.
Jessica and I don't see eye to eye on everything, and we're good with that. We've discussed it, right?
Yeah.
So we actually have differences of opinion, but we're grown adults, so we have conversations,
Right.
and it's not an issue. We just see things differently.
You just don't disrespect someone on the
No.
level that.
I have nothing to do with the way I would never. Here's the thing: I'm not going to go at people for their looks. If you want to come at me because of something. I probably got really annoying things in my personality. I talk over people. I interrupt people. Pick on me for that, but not my looks. It's just the lowest. And I'm good with my looks. I'm fine.
So I'll stop it there, and then we can talk if y'all want to. But I wanted to play that clip. So, Josh, when I sent you that request, it was because I had someone up here that was in the hospital in ICU, and that just happened. And now we're just talking about something different. So I'm okay now. I love you, and thank you for coming in. All right. So, Sissy, what'd you hear? What'd you think?
Oh, well, I think that that does need to be squashed, because it's almost like she's coming from a place of, here, let me be a villainess, give me a little bit of the limelight for just a bit, even though what I have to say is hogwash. And by people continually talking about it gives her, dare I say, credibility, but you know what I mean.
But like,
I don't
for
know.
example,
What did you hear? Because that's what I heard.
Yes, so like I've had moments where I brought her in boxes before, and I've asked her like, "Hey, are you saying this, or is this being said?" And she told me how much she loves me, and we're trans sisters, and she would never do this and this and that, and like definitely gave me a lot, like made me believe that we are friends. And I think like everybody here has witnessed it. Dusty, Lori, Ashley, Shelly, everybody that's here, you all see the conversations. I think most of you in the chat have been here when Summer's in my life. So she's definitely been someone that comes in my life to get information. I've given her lots of information, a lot of inside stuff that like she would not be getting if it wasn't for our conversations. And I don't know why she would go after me for being, yes, I do drag, but I'm definitely a trans woman. My camera's on every single day. And they said that something about, I seen another clip, something about not going live without a filter. So this is me without a filter. I can do a non-filter. I can do a filter. I can do whatever y'all want to do. I don't have to go live with the filter, but I do like this filter a lot. So I'll put it back on. Seem personal and jealous, just honest. You're a beautiful person. I agree, and I love you, Budweiser. Thank you. And I'm not trying to. This is not about me having drama. It's more when I heard this today. It was a gut punch because this whole Donald Trump thing just happened, and then my friend Mariah is blowing me up because she's so upset. And then I'm talking to Mason, not blowing me up in a bad way, in a good way. Like we're both texting each other, and then I'm talking to Mason, and then I have my own life stuff happening, and then TikTok is happening, and just everything is like it's just like a lot. So
it's overwhelming.
And then
I would like to quote Miss Noxzema Jackson from Too Long Fu to Chi Chi. Summer, you are but a boy in drag. Sorry, I've been wanting to say that for a long time.
Well, I don't want to ever call someone a boy in drag because we're not. We're trans. I understand that's a drag movie, so I get what your quote is. You're being funny. I get it. But also as a trans person, one thing I don't do is ever misgender someone. I'm very careful with that. So I would never want to call her something else. To me, she's still trans. To me, I'm trans. I would never, ever say, oh, well, this person's not trans. She's just a drag queen. I think that Ashley was being funny from a movie. I don't think she meant, I can't speak. I don't know.
I'm a weird one. I did it so Lori didn't have to do it.
But again, I just cleared that up. I said I don't want to talk about just
the most common thing that's bizarre to me, I guess it goes underneath the heading of common sense is not always so common, is that there is a huge difference. I think we all can agree upon that. And for her to not stand together but keep it separated on purpose with maliciousness is crazy.
Well, I want to talk to her. I want to ask her, like, is this what did you say this? Do you feel this way? Like, what's happening? Why is this happening? And I want to give her a chance to talk to me. And again, I don't want to confront her. I want to have more of a conversation. But since all this is on a public platform, it's all clipped on YouTube, it's all everywhere. I was like, you know what? Instead of me trying to write her personally or call her personally, I was like, I'm just going to talk about it on a panel too. And again, I don't want this to be a bashing. So I think Ashley was a little bit out of line. She was trying to be funny with a drag queen joke, but I don't think Summer even does drag, so it's okay. But yeah.
Does Summer, does she still have her unicorn too?
Holy shit, Nightmare! Nightmare, thank you. I bet you just scared the shit out of Sydney. Thank you. Yeah, when I messaged you earlier, Nightmare, I was sending out requests to get people to come in because I wanted people who might have had life experience to kind of come in and see what was happening with Sydney in our chat. So I'm grateful you came in. Lori, what do you think?
Well, first of all, I have to apologize because when I listened to it earlier today, I skipped to what I thought was the time that they said, but you just said it was 51 seconds, and I think I skipped to the middle of 50 whatever, so that's why I didn't quite understand that they didn't say anything about you, So
well, that was the first. The first video I sent you, that was the wrong video. Then they clarified that it was another video. The other video was 2 minutes long. So that's why I showed you all of the YouTube channel.
Okay.
You could watch the whole thing. But yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, it was misunderstanding on my part too. So, but anyways, listening to it now, so it sounds like these two girls are, like they're not talking bad about you. They're sticking up for you, and they're saying what Summer is saying about you.
Yeah.
Which is what happened before. And when you confronted Summer about it, she sugarcoated it and she didn't admit to the whole thing, which we talked about already. You know, so she's still doing it. And even in that live, when you confronted her, you know, she was saying, oh, no, we're friends and this and that. And, you know, oh, I wouldn't do that and everything. It's bullshit. And she's still doing it. So so did you answer the question? Is she the same as you? Like she has her unicorn?
I've never asked her, but so we did boxes one night. I think all of y'all were here, and we were talking about straight guys and how, like, a first date, what would she do? We asked about like test drive. A lot of things I, of course, was being funny, and I will always say you should test drive a car before you buy it. And I do say, because it's TikTok, if this was another platform or different situation, I would 100% say, you know, I'm trans and I'm post-op or pre-op. I would say those words. But instead, I just said I'm a unicorn and I do have a horn. And I make a joke with it lightly, but it's a way to get around TikTok, to be able to speak. And then also to kind of expose people to hear that there is a trans person on here that is proud to have that. And I'm not ashamed of my gender. I'm not ashamed of who I am. I always say I'm a trans woman. I never say I'm a woman. I know I'm a woman. I know what my gender marker says. I know what I identify as. But on here, I want someone to scan through or come through and see that someone on here can be trans and discuss topics that are sometimes about sexual content, but in a way that we can have something familiar. I can have a conversation with a guy or a girl, and we can have relatable contents and conversations. So with her and I, we've had incredible lives. We're laughing together. We're agreeing. And most of everything I said, she agreed with or she elaborated on. So I feel like she's very similar to me as far as how we present and how we are. I don't know where we are in the same. Is it like, you know, like say transition's a race, just say an example, like say I'm at 100, my transition's complete. All I do now is just upkeep. Say maybe with her, maybe she's at a 95 or maybe she's at a 90 or she's complete. I don't know exactly, but.
Okay. So one other thing is, and you know, we've talked about this before and now it's making me feel a little bit uncomfortable because not everybody knows that I'm not real knowledgeable in your identity. If that's the right word. Is a drag queen? Isn't it just an occupation, or
So,
is it somebody that's boy, girl, boy, or whatever?
so the word drag queen was created based off of like Shakespeare. Back in the day, he would book or he would hire people to do plays and he would only cast men to play the girl parts. So, and then drag kind of really got popular underground, like, because it was a way to make money, to raise money for charity. So in the 50s, 60s, 40s, whenever it started becoming more mainstream or talked about underground, like not mainstream, sorry, it was a way to, like, if people who were youth that was homeless, because a lot of people got disowned, it was a way to raise money to help pay for their medicine or to pay for their housing or to pay for their clothing or pay some hospital bill or to. And then when the AIDS epidemic happened, drag really blew up because it was the biggest front runners and as far as doing charity labor or charity work. Drag queens would do thousands of shows to raise money, to get medicine, to do things to provide. And again, I'm not saying I'm 100% factual what I'm saying, because I could be, someone could correct me, but I just know drag was huge in that way. And then also I know for me in my career, I've done thousands of drag shows that were based on charity, and I gave money to food bank stores. I gave money to trans youth. I've given money to the Trevor Project that helps trans people. I've given money and donated, and I've done service situations. So drag is also about like glamorized makeup, about like sequins and rhinestones and big wigs and jewelry and whatever, however you want to. And also could be very like grungy and gothy. It's a way to just express yourself. It's almost like being Superman going into being Superwoman or super Clark Kent into Superman. It's like a costume that we put on.
Well, like
And so
acting, right?
back in the day, trans women were not supposed to do drag. It was against the rules. It was cheating. And for a long time, like RuPaul's Drag Race wouldn't put trans women on the show. It was a huge
That's why you weren't on.
That's
You
why
were
I wasn't.
shown, but you weren't on because of you being trans.
Yes. Once
Sorry,
I
had to
showed,
put that in there.
no, that's a fact. And then trans women started coming out, and then even like Eureka O'Hara, for example, she detransitioned to go on a show so she could become successful in that way, and then now she's transitioned. So trans people can do drag. It's just sometimes not. Back then, it wasn't that respected. And then for her to say, "I'm not trans," if that's what she said allegedly, that I'm just a drag queen. After coming on here saying that she doesn't have many trans friends, that she's so grateful that she has me, and all of us have heard her say that, it's very disheartening, especially with what just happened. So, yeah, you can do drag and be trans.
And you can be heterosexual and do trans.
You can
Or,
be a
I'm sorry,
woman.
do drag.
You can be a genetic born woman and you can do drag.
Yeah, I thought that. I mean, here I go being naive, but I thought it was like, you're performing. You're like an actor, actress. You're performing. Like you said, in the olden days where they would dress up like that to earn money for donations or to get their medicine and stuff like that. That's kind of like you're putting on a show, which is acting. And to me, that's what you do at Bloom.
Yeah.
And being a trans is I want to say sexual, but it's not. It's a set. Yeah, whatever. I'm sorry. I don't know the right words to say.
No, you're good. I know where you're going, and the most important thing when we're having a conversation, nothing that you say, if you're just asking a question, if you're saying it in the context the way you're saying it, however you describe it, I'm not going to take offense to it because you're not doing it out of malice. If someone comes in and says you're a dude, Jessica, can I have the floor from the comment section? I don't want to cut anyone off for 10 seconds. Yeah, you can have the floor. Like, you want to come up? Is that what you're saying? Oh my God!
He's too much.
That scared the crap out of me.
Holy fuck! Oh my God, Nightmare! Holy shit!
That was awesome.
That's why he wanted 10 seconds.
Well, in the words of Crazy Craig, together we are TikTok refugees.
Well, I think that bottom line is she's just jealous of you, and you are who you are, and we love you that way.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you. I don't know if she's jealous. I don't want to put that out there. And I hear you're allowed to have your opinion, but I don't want to put that out there, and I don't want to have a negative tone. Again, I want to go into a conversation with her on a public way since this was all public, and she hosts public streams. So I want to message her and say, hey, I would like to have a conversation with you, and if she wants to talk, we can. But I'm sure this will be clipped. I'm sure she'll see it. So my point is that it's very, very hurtful in a time like this to
find out that she said something, if in truth she did say it. Because, like you said, we still technically don't know if she did say it. This is, hearsay from 2 to 4 or 5 different people. But if she did, I wholeheartedly agree with you, Jess, that was some very shocking, hurtful statements, if those were what she made.
And the way that those girls were discussing it didn't seem like they were doing it as because Jessica was there listening.
Yeah.
It seems like they something triggered them to talk about that situation.
Oh,
And
yes,
so
definitely.
it most likely probably did happen, um, because of what I experienced with something that she said, on live.
Yeah.
Um,
I remember you told me.
it just it wouldn't surprise me, allegedly. But I don't think these girls that were discussing it on YouTube were doing it to be hurtful or whatever. They were just,
Yeah.
it didn't seem like they were gossiping about it.
So I will say this in closing, unless anyone else wants to express themselves, because again, I wanted to have this as a panel and like a conversation.
I'm done.
Okay. So in closing, in a conversation I had with Nick, thank you, Nightmare. I love you so much, and I hope you don't think I'm ignoring you. I just don't want it to like. I am so fucking grateful. Like, wow, look what he's doing. This fucking man. I swear to God, he's so epic. Nightmare, before I close up boxes, I would love to bring you up for a second, if you will stay just for a second, so I can finish like saying one comment. Look at this man showing so much love.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much, Nightmare.
Very sweet of you.
Thank you.
Jessica, my thing is like, yeah, I made a joke.
Hold on, did it maliciously and it was calculated? This thing happens. I mean, that could be possible. I don't know. So again, I said allegedly, and we all acknowledge that it could not be. It might not be. She might not have said it, and I will give her the benefit of the doubt. And I would love to talk to her. And if she did not do it, then I'm cool. But this is now the second time I've had to ask her something like this. So,
What were you going to say, Ashley?
oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, I know I made a joke. I get defensive when I find out that people are talking badly about someone that I care about. I'm not gonna apologize for what I said. Obviously, there's got to be some truth behind this because we know that things have been said from Summer before, and multiple people are saying that it was said. But also, it doesn't matter if you have a unicorn horn or not. A lot of trans people that I know still do. A majority do. And that's their decision. I don't think it's up to...
I'm not trans. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
I don't think it's up to Summer to judge someone based on what body parts they have. And I don't want to use your niece as an example, but obviously she's still young. She's wanting to transition. So because your niece identifies as trans, is Summer going to go and say, well, and I don't want to say her name. I don't want to say your niece's name.
I don't know if the content was just because I'm a unicorn horn. I think it's that she didn't like how I was saying it. I think that's the way I heard it, is that she didn't like how I was saying that I'm a proud trans woman who does not, that I have an outie belly button instead of an innie. I think that was the conversation, is that I was so openly proud to be on this app and to represent myself the way I do. I think that she thinks that that's not the correct way, which makes me just a drag queen, not a trans woman. But
that's her, and that's you. Like, you guys, everybody's different. And that's the problem with the world today, is nobody respects others' feelings or opinions. And it's always, you're wrong, I'm right. We all bleed the same color. I don't care what you identify as. You can identify as an avocado, and I'm still going to love you if you have a good heart. You've got a great personality, Jessica, and I love hearing about your unicorn horn. So don't ever stop it.
Well, I love you. And so I've heard her say, I have messed up really bad, and I have said things I regret, and I apologize, and I'm trying to move forward, and I'm trying to do better, and that's what we call bad chat or whatever like that, whatever she says. So I know that she has fumbled the ball, her character has been seen, and I know that she's fumbled the ball. So I don't know if she said something or didn't say something. It's all alleged. based on what I heard. I just want to say directly from Nick, he said, Jessica, you are my friend. You treated me with kindness. I don't know who this girl is. She's making money off all these subscriptions, off my back, off of Graceland. All she does is stream our lives to make money and things like that. So he said, if there's anyone that should be watching to get updates about Nick Harris, if it's not directly from Mariah, the other person that he believes in and talks to and he showed everyone on his live, he went live with me and I sat there for 3 hours while he slept, protecting him on my TikTok, not asking for one gift. I've never asked for a gift ever in a conversation of Nick Harris. I've never asked for a follow during a conversation with Nick Harris. I've never asked for a subscription ever. I never even say subscriptions, period, even when I'm not talking about that topic. But I'm actually his friend. I've talked to him on the phone. I have gotten to know the real him. I also become very close friends with Mariah. I also know people in the house that I am actually friends with. So I'm a direct inside source that can communicate to all of you direct words. I can call him on a phone. I can talk to him. I can give you all direct facts from him. I'm not a news reporter. I'm not a streamer that's streaming another person's live to make reports. I don't go into someone else's live to get information to then go report in my live and post on my story. I got juicy gossip for you all tonight. Like, I am actually Nick's friend and I advocate for him and I fought for him. I do not stand behind what he has done in his past. In no way have I ever justified or said I am for this or for that, whatever. What I have said, though, is when someone is an addict, which I can use my cousin, for example, he was on a really bad drug and he stole my grandma's mother's ring. He stole so much stuff and he pawned it all. And he would never have done that if it wasn't for his addiction and being actively using. So I'm not giving anybody an excuse, but I do believe that if someone's trying to get help and trying to get better and they ask for forgiveness and they're doing step work to get there and are showing that and we can see the growth, I do think someone deserves a 5th chance or maybe a 6th chance or a 20th chance. He's never treated me wrong. He's never treated me like other creators have treated me. And so out of respect from one creator to another, I give him that respect and everyone watched that. So as Nick said, if you want to hear about how Nick's doing, come to Jessica Diamond's live. And I'm going to close the chapter with that.
Exactly. I was there in your chat when you were with Nick for those 3 hours. So yes.
Now,
absolutely.
If anybody else was his friend, they would have been in that chat. I was there.
Yep.
He called me. He asked me to do that. I normally do battles. I normally network. I normally introduce people to people. I am on here fucking going as hard as I can to like build and grow and to make a community and check on everybody and to have conversations with someone like Sydney that is going through fucking life-changing situations where, this app is big to me and he is big to me, which is why I sat there for 3 hours and fought for him and begged him to stop reading the chat because it was gonna make him it was a lot crazy. I already played the video. I already played a clip. It's a lot, but I'm closing the chapter. I want to just have a conversation. It was about Summer, this trans girl that hosts lives, and she apparently was saying some crazy shit about me. But I'm not attacking her. I just wanted to host a panel like everyone else does, and I want to have a conversation, play something, hear their opinions, and then my plan is to have a conversation with her openly. And if she wants to talk to me, then we can talk. But that's kind of where I'm ending.
Nick is lucky to have you. You're not sitting here.
I'm lucky to have him.
Yeah, of course. Like, we're all lucky to have each other, but you're not sitting here streaming everything for monetary gain. And that's, to me, that's just very malicious of Summer to do. You're basically taking someone's personal life experience, something that's probably very hard to go through, and maybe not everybody wants to see it, needs to see it, maybe he doesn't want everybody to see what's going on. You know, I don't know the whole Graceland thing, and if, you know, the residents there, if they have to sign an agreement for people, you know, for them to live stream what they're doing day to day.
They have to give consent. So like, I hear what you're saying, but that's gonna start a whole other conversation. So I want to close it up by saying this: like, Nick's in a situation. He went there knowing they stream. He has agreed to streaming.
So they do know. Okay, I didn't know that.
People in the house. I'll just wrap it up. So people in the house know, they are asked, "Are you okay to stream?" Most of them all have said yes, even though they don't want to. Most of them all have participated because they are trying to get better. They're sick people trying to get better, and they're in a sober living, trying to get clean and trying to grow and be better people. And unfortunately, in that house, it was a streaming house. I think it still is. There's a lot of bad things happening with people that are there, and it's a lot and all legit. But I just know that I'm friends with him. So if you want direct information about Nick, this is a place that you can come to get it. You do not have to subscribe, you do not have to gift, and you don't have to even tap my screen. I'll give you updates when I get them, and it's from my heart. It's not for money or for malice or for any kind of streaming someone else's stream. It's literally just an actual real life update. So that's Havoc. It's closed for the moment, if that's cool with everyone.
That's fine. Just remember, we love you.
Oh, I love you guys too. And I again wrote it to send you all messages earlier because I wanted to kind of see if I should I be upset by this? And then when I watched the Donald Trump thing today, I actually got really scared. Like, it is yes, I did a whole live about Nick tonight. It was very intense. I can do a little recap if you all need me to. Who's all here from Nick Harris's world? And if you're still from the Jacob situation, I apologize. I did try to help him and help her. So 3 minutes, what? Recap? Are you guys all from like Nick Harris and Graceland situation? Or are you all from... You requested, you're live? I don't see a request. Like boxes? You're trying to do boxes? Is that what you're asking me to do? From there. Hello? Oh, she's trying to do boxes right now?
Hello. I mean, we can. I was about to say we can go live.
Oh, I didn't know what you meant. I thought you were going to send me a request. I was like, okay, what?
Oh, no, my bad. Sorry. Yeah. I was like, I can go live if you want me to.
No, up to you. I didn't know.
Oh, no. So, no, I was just going to ask about, like how, all before that whole doxing thing, which is freaking wild. We don't need to get into that. How did you think about Graceland going live in Mason? I kind of felt bad for Mason today.
So Mason went live earlier by himself, he said, and we talked in text messages. So I don't know, really how his live experience was, but I did put a lot of help in to help him grow and to learn how to make his live be good. I also told him to stop trying to push Graceland so much and try to focus on his own live. And I think that's what he's trying to do now. And he just said, thank you for everything. And he said it went well today.
Yeah. Well, no. So I went to his live for a little bit, and I mean, I felt like it was good. He was trying to give good positive vibes. There were obviously trolls, which kind of annoyed me. Just because it's he kind of finally came back from not going live, and there was rude people, which I mean you're gonna get with TikTok. That's why I favorite it now, but it is what it is. But yeah. So
yeah, I mean, to me, I didn't notice that he said anything worth. He didn't say nothing about really Nick to me, and he didn't say nothing really about Graceland. I just know that he's no longer there.
Well, he's in the grad house. He's not in Graceland.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, he's always been at the grad house.
Who? Which one?
Mason.
No, I said my understanding is he doesn't work at Graceland anymore.
Oh. Well, so like working of like which part, and then like I mean he does like the lives for them too. I mean like he does the lives. He went on his account today, but like
Mason account.
correct, yeah. And but he does it for like Mason Mondays, right? So
Hi, Evil Teapot.
yeah, I know. Claire Bear, you missed it. Oh no. I know it was early in California. It was like 9 a.m.
I only got to hear like what he said. I didn't actually get to watch it. Nick is still in Graceland. Yes. Hi, Evil. How are you guys? So, do you all get along or no? Evil and you?
I plead the fifth.
Okay, I didn't know. I don't want to bring. I didn't. I don't. You guys are very all like mistangled and.
I don't like. I just don't
I never know who's
watch.
actually.
I just don't really care, to be honest. So.
Well, that's something is I don't ever want to assume that all of y'all get along because I've learned now that so many of you don't get along.
Yeah.
But I played a video earlier that was sent to me, and I brought boxes up of my friends, and I said, so this was sent to me, and I'm gonna play it, and then I'm gonna ask you guys your opinion. Yeah. So my understanding is that Mason is no longer at Graceland. That's all I can say. I don't know what that means as far as like other details, but
Yeah. Well, it's like he went live in the grad house. So whatever that means, but yeah.
but so my question to my chat is that I've had a conversation with Summer before where I was live and I asked my chat a question. Hello, beautifuls. And she came in and she was like, no, I have no issue with you. I like you. Yeah, Pat is back and Mason is who we're talking about as well. But so I've had a moment where I kind of questioned Summer and her feelings about me, and she came in my chat, told my chat that she has no issues with me, she loves me, that we're sisters. We went live together multiple times talking about like what is our first date like, and then do you test drive a car or do you buy it? We talked. I've used a word because it's TikTok. I have to speak in like certain ways. I say like I describe trans women to 126 people. Instead of saying certain words, I'll use a unicorn. And I do refer sometimes in a manner that I don't say I have a you know what. I'll say a unicorn horn because of what makes the difference between a horse and a unicorn. One has a horn. Sometimes they have wings, whatever like that. So I just make a joke trying to use it for TikTok humor. And also for shock value for people who are straight coming through, the trolls. I want them to hear that I'm a proud trans woman that can talk about my journey and my body and have no issues. Hold on. I don't know who's all friends. I don't want to put people in boxes if they're not like all if it's not the right people. Like
So are we talking about like so you're talking about like what allegedly Summer has said because people are talking about this or what?
Yeah, there's a bunch of clips that were sent to me, a bunch of times where I've been told multiple times where Summer has talked about me.
Okay,
So
so you've been told multiple times. You haven't sent there was no clips about it, right?
there's clips about not her saying words, which is why with again.
Because it's never been said.
Well, that's why I said I would like to ask her.
I know. And the thing is like, I'm not going to go into detail about this. Just, you know, basically it's just like she was saying like, every transition is different, right?
So you're confirming that she spoke about my transition and her transition?
No. She was saying every transition is different. Is that correct? Or
what was the contents of what you're saying? Like, so I hear your question, but like when she asked you that question or when she said that whatever you're saying, can you use it more in a sentence or more in a paragraph so I can understand what you're saying?
So like just basically she wasn't even commenting on your transition. She was like, every transition is different. Like that's all she said. She was like, I don't know her path. I don't know her, transition. This is mine. I don't know hers. Lies? Okay, well, Ted. Come up here. Says, let's fucking go. What?
So,
Dizzy,
wait,
I was
pause,
invited.
pause,
Calm
fucking
down.
go.
Pause.
Come on. Calm
Just
down. I was invited.
Both of you pause for a second. Pause.
I'm good.
Okay, wait a minute. This is not the other lives that you go on.
No.
This is a different situation. So my only thing I said is I was sent a video. I can play the video now. And things are said in that. Earlier, I asked my chat, I asked people in boxes, I said, I'm going to play this and I'm going to ask you guys your opinions after on how I should go about handling this. I said, since it's all on TikTok and everyone's discussing that I'm not a trans person, I'm a drag queen. Like, that's kind of offensive, especially with Donald Trump and what just happened. Like, I don't think that any trans person should be bashing another trans person or saying that someone's not trans because they like their unicorn horn. I am a very proud person and I speak very highly of trans people. I take so many bullets for trans people by putting myself out here in this kind of way. So to someone to ever take that away from me or try to say I'm not, that's strange to me.
Nobody has said that, and I feel for you, and I feel for every trans women, trans men out there, for sure. Because like today was a very hard day for a lot of people.
So imagine what that feels like to be trans right now and to be told that basically I don't matter. Although my gender marker says female, my name is Jessica Foltz. And you can look me up. Anybody can look my information up. I've never done anything wrong. I've never been arrested, never had any kind of situations ever happen to me. And now I'm not a gender, I guess. And now I'm a male now. And then I have to use a male restroom where I can get hurt really bad, R-worded or unalived. Like, this is insane, this conversation. So to get a video sent to me where another trans person allegedly said that I'm not trans, I'm just a drag queen because I discussed the fact that I'm a unicorn. That is insane to me, and that's very hurtful. And
she never said that you weren't trans, though. She never misgendered you. So I guess I'm not understanding where that came from.
Well, I can play the video.
Well, is it a video of people speaking?
Yes, that's
okay. So it's not her speaking. Correct.
It was on a phone call. I guess they should start recording phone calls then. I don't know.
Apparently, that's wild.
And I hope that she did not.
She never did.
Well, I'm hoping that she did not, and I'm hoping that that would never have happened. But it's coming to me, and I'm getting sent this stuff, and I'm like, why am I being talked about? I've been so like unargumentative with any of you guys. I have not done nothing to start drama with you guys. I literally have been. I hear you guys. I might not agree with something, but I've never argued with anyone. I've been very supportive.
Right.
And then like a lot of my information that I have from actually being his friend on like a lot of people, I come in and I tell you guys updates so that we all can feel a little bit of peace or have a little bit of knowledge that's actual factual. I don't sit here and replay anybody's lives. I don't sit here and I don't debate on what someone said in someone else's live. What I do is I'll come in and say, I spoke to Nick today. He said A, B, C, D, D, or GF, whatever. And then I'll say, I talked to Mariah. I heard this directly from Mason. I talked to Pat. Like, and then you all watch me go live with him for 3 hours while he slept. Like, I have proven that I'm a reliable source and I have a direct connection with him. Same with Mariah. And then I just don't understand why I'm being targeted or why I'm being discussed in a way when I've done nothing but a friend to people. So
to be fair, Dizzy, and without you jumping down my throat, you weren't actually a part of the phone call. So
no, correct. So
you can't really speak on it, Dizzy. I know that you want to defend Summer, but you can't speak on phone calls that you weren't a part of.
What phone call are you talking about?
I would
Like,
love to defend Summer as well because again, she's a trans person, and right now, no trans person should be attacked by our allies or our friends, and that's dangerous right now. It's very scary what could happen to us. So again, I'm not trying to attack her either, but I
No.
would like to ask her about what I'm being told. I want to play. I want her to. I sent her the link to the video. I said started at 2 minutes and 50 seconds, and then explain to me what happened. What are they talking about? And that's where I'm at. My chat all watched me already ask her questions. They already watched her answer a question when I questioned her already in the past. My chat also has all watched where I've talked to her about us both having and about how we date straight men and how we our experiences. So a lot of what I am, she agreed with or had a very similar story.
Yeah.
So
yeah, she's never like said like a negative thing about you. Like, I just don't understand. Like,
has,
like, so, like, okay,
has.
well, as the comments say, like, it is hearsay if I'm defending her. I get that.
that's
But
why I
it's
said
also
allegedly.
hearsay if like says it. But also when you had that phone call, we didn't even like, or like Jessica wasn't even in the picture then when you guys had that phone call.
Dizzy, this I'm not going to be up here in your live, Jess, and have an argument, but Dizzy wasn't part of these phone calls that we were referring to, okay? Dizzy wasn't even in the picture at that time. So, like, I don't want to argue, but...
Well, I mean, no matter what, the point of it is that there is a video that's all over YouTube. There's all these clips that are out there of this whole like scenario and story, and I feel like
And do you think that they would have, if she said it in the live, if she said it in text, it would be there? But it's not.
But I just said that, Dizzy. It was a phone call. There is no
Jessica,
recording of the phone
Well,
call.
Dizzy, just one sec.
Oh, okay. Here we go. The over talker. Let's go.
Hang on, Dizzy. This is Jess's live. Have a little bit of respect, okay?
Jessica invited me up here earlier. I was just trying to grab something because you just said, Dizzy, that Summer or you guys have never spoke a bad word about Jessica, correct? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so how do I green screen here to show you shots from their Discord about them talking bad about you? Can I green screen on this?
Maybe, Jess, do you want them sent to you or do you want them shown in your live? Like, I'm not, this is not about, I don't want to.
This is what Unconfirmed talk about me too.
Yep, Dizzy's in
How
these
the
two.
fuck am I talking shit about Jessica? Are you fucking serious?
I can read them. Hang on. Pass me your phone there. Pull up those shots that I just
Yeah,
sent you.
leak it. Because what the fuck are you talking about?
Your name is even in there, Dizzy. You're Dizzy the... Hang on. Dizzy dash director of FBI. Hang on. Can I... I'm just going to try to see something here.
Well, I don't want
They're not horrible. These ones
No, I
aren't
don't want
about...
Dizzy to be like attacked in here. I don't want anyone to ever be bullied here. So I want to make sure that we don't go about a situation where like it's us against her, or if it's like a situation where if it's to prove a point, yes, I understand. But I also don't want us to gang up on one person.
Yeah, oh yeah, this is just to prove a point, just where she said that you've never been spoke about bad, and that was... this is just to prove a point that she's actually
doxing. I don't know, taking screenshots out of a private Discord. But anyways,
Dizzy,
go ahead.
For one, Dizzy, you actually doxed someone's grandfather in your
I did
Discord.
grandfather.
My children.
I don't even know your fucking grandfathers
not
or
my
your.
grandfather, not my grandfather, but Dizzy, I'm not going to be in here yelling. That's one, so just calm down, take a breath. But you were behind doxing also my children. I'm
not a very good investigator, honey. Like, I really don't know your kids' names. I'm not from Canada. Like, I don't know. Like, I can't look up shit. Like, that's weird.
Let's just see what this one is. I just can't see the full, if it's going to show the full screen on them. One sec.
I'm sorry, Jess.
No, I mean, I love that you guys are, if what you guys are saying is true, then I respect that you guys are showing me, so I know who my friends are. Because I've been really, really good to Summer, and I have given her information that I've not given other people. I had to ask Mariah for proof or to for me to be allowed to say certain things, and she allowed me to say things I didn't think I would be allowed to say on here for Summer to have. So
Look, we've always appreciated like when you pop in and have a convo and give us the updates. And we don't always have the same opinion, but we've always had great conversations. No
Amen.
issue.
And I've never disagreed with you or argued with you. I've never gotten loud on you guys. I've never judged you. I've never made fun of your appearances or your looks or your skin or your nothing. I don't do that.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't see the full thing. You can't see the full picture of it here. Hang on. I'm gonna see if I can. Oh, that's your picture in their Discord, and then all the comments start up and down. That's Summer in her Discord. That's Queen.
Okay, but what are they saying about it?
I'm
This is a
trying to
big
show
one.
it. Hang on.
Can we put T in the big box, Jessica, so we can see the whole
Yeah.
post?
How do you do it?
If you press on her box, and then in the right-hand corner, you'll see like a square with 4 like corners to expand. And you should be able to make her big box. Yeah.
Okay, so this says, fuck, it's in her story. We literally buy shit from China online. They're so pressed. They're not on TikTok famous. Silence is power. And on the bottom of that, one sec.
That was so out of context. Are you
No, hang on. I'm going to show the rest. Would you just, like, calm your tits?
I'm just
So, yes, please, someone told me. I mean, it was part of her income for battles, wasn't it? So, I get it, but, like, pick a better person to support, ma'am. They're talking about you in this. This is down from that screenshot. Maybe one of you all know, so TikTok might go away. Then Summer says, I mean, I didn't talk shit about her. I gave her the facts about what we learned about being in her live. Then AG says, if you get a VPN, make it Canada. Hang on, I'm just going to keep it.
because you guys were always talking shit.
Dizzy, we're in the middle of this.
Yeah.
One
You out of
sec.
context talking shit.
Dizzy, we're in the middle of this.
Yeah.
One
You out of
sec.
context. I love it. Love it.
We don't need context when you're just plainly.
Context, babes.
And then, okay. So AG writes, okay, now that you said that, I feel comfortable enough to say this to you. I did not trust Jessica from the jump. Someone that close and will back up Nick that much is not to be trusted. She jumped on Nick's dick the second he started going viral. Summer put 100, Dizzy put 100. Oh, I already said that. This is what
That's
Dizzy
not
in the
what I
box
was
is
talking.
saying
That's
about
not
that.
what I was.
Dizzy, 1 second, Dizzy.
That's
Dizzy
not what I was
responds to
replying
that.
to. Thank
Oh, I
you,
already
though.
said that. Well, maybe not out loud, which is weird for me. Summer tags that comment from AG and says, I don't disagree with you. And then Dizzy says, and whatever, her silence my ass, she be talking, LOL. And
But you don't
then
have context about this, right? Sure don't.
and then it goes down to there. Emily saved TikTok. Same thing. We are the trolls. You need them. I'm the troll. Oh, Jessica threw shade at me after yesterday's live. Hang on.
Who's Queen?
Summer.
That's Summer.
Which is this one? And then that's the one with you in it.
Yeah, I was talking about TikTok getting shut down and how China, like everyone's so pressed about China buying shit from Temu.
And yeah, and this I'm just I'll have to send the other ones from before in the Discord. I'll send those over here in a minute. But yeah, this is the one where Summer is agreeing that you're on Nick's dick, and blah blah blah. And Summer actually tags AG in it. And there's Dizzy, with the
I
oil.
wasn't talking about Jessica. That's weird to say that.
So you're just
You
randomly
okay,
saying
Jessica?
it's
Well,
clearly about
because
Jessica.
Yeah.
it's not whatever. Why would I be so mad at Jessica? It's like, why not come and box up?
Because you didn't realize that I was gonna
I
come in
know. I
here.
don't really care, honey. Like the thing is
Well,
like
maybe you should.
that wasn't about Jessica at all. You have things so out of context.
It's all there. You're responding in the middle of the comments. Summer likes it.
I'm
You like the
literally
comments above it.
I'm talking about other things that people are commenting on. I'm sorry I'm not tagging people to comment above them. Maybe I should next time in the Discord.
Can you pause for 1 second? Dizzy, do you see where Summer is talking about me, correct?
She's she's confused. She's confused of why you are mad at her, because people out of their mouths are saying things and like spitting things, you know, being like, oh, she doesn't support like you, which is wild to me.
Dizzy, do you not think maybe that Jessica's a smart woman?
Can you stop
Dizzy,
talking? Can you stop
Hold on,
talking?
so you're saying I don't support Summer? I don't like Summer?
No, I'm saying like I feel like there's just she like is like, oh, like there's so many things being said about from other people's mouths about you from her, which she has never said.
So no, but I'm just trying to figure out. You said that Summer's confused. Well, I don't like her though a minute ago, or no?
Correct. No, she's like what? Like no, she's not confused. Like it's just like people coming like from other people's mouths about how people are talking about. Like she's like, okay, hold on. Let me rephrase this. About how people are talking and saying Summer said this about Jessica, when that's not the case.
Okay, so just so you are aware, I don't know if you know this or not, but my friend Shelly, my friend Ashley, and I think Crazy Craig was here that day
The
too.
Summer isn't giving it away. I'm just like trying to like configure my thoughts.
You're not Summer, so I'm not like coming to you to talk to you as if you're Summer.
No,
I'm
yeah.
just asking questions. So I brought Summer into my life before, and I questioned her based on something I was told, and she immediately responded and said, "No, Jessica, I love you. You're the only trans girl that I'm friends with. I don't get along with other trans girls.
You are.
You're so beautiful. I've never said nothing about you. Please don't believe them. We are friends." And I said, "Okay, I trust you. I believe you, and we're good." Mariah came to my live that night. Mariah allowed me to say a couple things that I didn't think I would be allowed to say on here, and she even texted me and wrote in a chat that she was good with whatever I felt comfortable saying. And then I kept saying, like, before I say this, Mariah, like, text me that I'm okay to say it. She would say yes. So I already confronted Summer one time to clear the air. Shelly, Ashley, everyone can confirm that happened. Am I wrong, Shelly? Am I wrong, Ashley?
No, you're
No,
correct.
you are absolutely correct.
And Summer immediately said, "Jessica, I love you. I have no problem with you."
Correct.
Right? So then after that, we started hanging out. She was talking on my chat. I think everybody was here anybody was here that you all can say 100% or you can say right. So I've not talked bad about Summer. I even addressed her to make sure that we were good because I heard something. So then today, I get sent this, and I'm going to play a piece of it so we all can hear what is upsetting to me. Because first off, I have never sent any kind of photos. I have never talked to Nick in an appropriate way. We have never discussed like him finding me hot or me finding him hot. It was streamer to streamer. I don't know if you guys are aware of the battle world. Have you all ever experienced battles? You know what they are.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've seen me and Nick battle multiple times. In that battle, he was getting his hair washed one time. He was switching hotels another time. I've introduced him to all kinds of people, celebrities and other people. I've been nothing but kind to him. And we had a great connection, and that is when our friendship has been about. It has never been about being on his other word. Now, I will tell you, I did troll a little bit, and I was playing a little bit with Mariah in the chat. I was saying how hot he was. Shelly will tell you, Ashley will tell you, that I really have never said that he's that hot. I was just kind of playing with Mariah in the chat because Mariah was like, someone said we'd be a perfect three. I think it was Summer that said it as a joke, or or someone said something as a joke. I don't know where it came from, who said that part, but we just started playing on it. But I honestly don't.
I recall hearing that.
From me or who?
No, just in general, like in the chat, or hearing that the joke
Yeah, it
was
was like
made.
it was like a
Yeah,
playful joke about
yeah,
us three
it's a
being
joke.
together. And I said that I would, if he was sober, like a year from now, and he approached me, if he was level headed and in a right mind space and like he was actually working himself, that I would consider like I think he's attractive, but I never thought that really. I was just kind of playing. Anyway, so I'm gonna play the clip of what was sent to me.
Up. She was in her Discord. She said, "What do you think about subscriptions?"
Hold on.
And then she
Shit about Jessica.
yes,
Yep.
absolutely.
Thank you. Yep.
Kid Summer on a call with us.
This is on Hidden. That's the YouTube channel. It is 2 minutes and 1 second long.
Expressed her dislike for the fact and she thought it was very weird and she didn't like it, and was mentioning that about Jessica's quote unquote unicorn porn, and was expressing her disgust for Jessica about that, and that it was strange, and that's not really what trans people do. It was during that call.
Yeah, she said that. She said that a few days ago as well. She didn't like Jessica. She did not like the fact that Jessica is she considers Jessica a drag queen. She does not consider Jessica trans. And she hated being associated with that because she does have a unicorn horn.
So again, this is hearsay. So I don't know. I just said I'm going to play an audio. I was not there. So like Unconfirmed just said this was hearsay. Do we all understand this is hearsay based on what they're saying? I was not there. You were not there. We were all not here. Do we all acknowledge that?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Unconfirmed, you understand that I know that this is hearsay?
Oh yeah, I said yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she said that
What
not too
that's
long
it,
ago.
guys. As a person in the trans community, going in another person in the trans community because they're different. How ridiculous.
And
Yeah,
that was
no,
on
I
a
let her
call.
know I didn't have a
She
problem
never
with
said
it.
that. Yes, she did.
She did say that. And
She
again, this is
fucking did.
another person who's not part of the conversation trying to speak on it. You're not a
Who
part
said
of it.
who said that she didn't? She said this on a phone call.
Oh,
What are you
yeah,
talking
She said
about?
it on a phone call. I was there.
Yeah. She said it on phone calls with us, right? So someone in the comments typed, no, she didn't. Dizzy, yes, she did.
So AG, if she said it again, then that's another time she said it, because we're talking about on a call with me, Sabrina, Nick says, and
Very early on.
Rick. So if she's repeated that, then she's obviously talked about it more than just that.
Yeah,
So do
she
you
talked about
remember-
that a lot.
Do you remember when
Summaries, Joseph.
you went up with Jessica?
Yep.
It was, I think, that night or the next day. I can't remember exactly what day it was, but it was that day or the next day. We were all on a phone call, and it was the same exact fucking conversation.
Yep. You know why? Because she's a petty fucking bitch, and she was upset that Jessica gave Rick a chance to speak. She thinks that she's the only one that can go around speaking. She didn't like that, and she's jealous of Jessica's success on the app. Jessica is very good at what she does on the app. She battles, she hosts panels, she's very successful, and that burns Summer because she wants it.
Yeah, and that's another reason why I said that we've got to stop talking about that, because Britt got up there, and again, it was sent to me. Or no, we might have been watching it. I think
So that was a live that's on YouTube. You can go watch it yourself, the rest of it. But that was like sent to me today. I was like, what the fuck? Like, we just talked and we were really good.
Correct.
I just confronted her. We just talked. Like, everything was cool as fuck. Like, why am I being discussed again? So that's where I'm at.
And Jessica, I'm
Dang it.
sorry that you were brought up. I know that you're not involved, so
Well,
I'm sorry that
involved
you
because
were
I'm
brought
friends
up.
with Esther. I understand that
Yeah.
I'm friends with Nick. I get that. And I will take every shot that it comes with being friends with him. I understand his past is not great. I get all of that. But like, yeah, it's on YouTube. It's on a YouTube channel called, what was it called? It's
Hidden
called
News Network.
Yeah, Hidden News Network. You can go watch the full video if you want to. It's them talking about some stuff. But I don't know. I just Crazy Craig's morning TikTok, y'all.
What is that? Is that a mask?
It's like a black veil. He's
Oh my god, it looked like Bigfoot for a second.
It's so Lydia Dietz from Beetlejuice.
If y'all don't know who Crazy Craig is, Crazy Craig goes live every day on Favorite It. He's also from Facebook. He used to open clams and reveal pearls, and he was viral. Millions of people watched him every day. But so yeah, he's just here chilling. He's one of my very close friends. But and Crazy Craig, you're probably going to be.
And I just want to let you know, Jessica, that I did look at it, and I did look at the screenshots there. It is Dizzy and Summer that are liking the post about you being on Nick's dick. And then the other page of the post talks about you being jealous of... It does. I just pulled it up. Talks about you, Summer, agreeing with the fact that you... Hang on, what does it say?
Yes, please.
I mean... Right.
Stay out of Discord.
All I need to say is like talk to Summer one-on-one.
And what do you think Summer's going to say, Dizzy?
She has
the same old bullshit she says every... Dizzy, I'm talking
You
this
guys,
time.
I'm talking too. The thing is like it's hearsay because y'all talk about bullshit ass shit that you don't fucking know about either. So shut the fuck up. And
Excuse me?
Yeah, you're excused.
Excuse me.
Anyways, I'm just gonna say Jessica needs to talk to Summer herself, maybe offline, because this is how it gets turned into, and this is wild as shit and it's stupid. And I'm not about the drama anymore. So all I'm gonna say is just talk to her offline and like get back to your lives, get back to your battles, get back to your life, because it makes your life so much better when you're out of this drama. Like,
yes, Jessica, I'm really trying to be
Hold on, Unconfirmed.
Anyways, I want to drop because I'm not trying to hear Sezz talk. But
Wait, Unconfirmed, I want to tell you something.
Yeah, what's up?
I do appreciate the fact that you are up here in a panel with people you don't know and people that you obviously know are not your friend, I guess. But you're trying to defend Summer, which I respect. And I hope that if my friend Ashley or Crazy Craig or Shelly or anyone that you are, my friends, that if you're ever in a situation like this, you would defend me like she's doing. So I do see that you're trying your hardest to defend and fight for your friends. So I do want to let you know I do respect that.
No, thank you.
This is just the, which is weird for me. I disgrace. So this is just where Elena says she was just a little too view hungry for me to be truthful. Summer responds, yes, people always told me this.
Who's view
This
hungry?
is so out of context. It's so
this is the
random.
complete. I have actually the whole screen recording of the Discord.
1 second, Teapot, 1 second. Okay, since you keep saying that this is out of contents, do you mind briefing me on the contents of this exact
So this was so okay. What date was that?
Okay, these are all the same date, the 10th, where this is every same date where you're talking about Jessica. Like
no,
this
I was
is
just asking, like, what date was that?
And this is the day after I talked to Britt and talked to you guys, Sus and Evil Teapot, after I went by with Summer.
I don't remember what I fucking ate for lunch today.
There's a word in there where it says that I let Britt talk, right? Is that what it was or something? It kind of dates it by a word. That was
So we were talking about Kaylee a lot of that time, to be honest.
Graceland prison, I'm dead.
Yeah. And so that was kind of funny. Like,
sorry,
talking about Kaylee when she like was in your box, just kind of going ham, and we were talking about that a lot. It was nothing about like you personally. It was
you even say Jessica in these comments after each other. You're hang on here. You're talking about Jessica. You guys say it.
Because I was like, this is Jessica's, like, she makes money off of it, and like when it's going away.
What's going away? What?
When TikTok was going away.
Also, Okay.
Okay, so if you actually look at the times on here, it says Summer starts off with saying, Queen, this is Summer. Oh, Jessica threw shade at me after yesterday. Dizzy right here puts a screenshot in. If you look right here, that's
no screenshot in there.
That's a picture of Jessica right here. You see the star in the background? That's Jessica's blonde hair. Then it goes over here. This is 2 minutes later. Fuck, it's in her story. Dizzy puts, we literally buy shit from China online. They're so pressed, they're not TikTok famous.
I was talking about you guys, to be honest.
You're talking about her. That's Jessica.
I was talking about you guys, to be honest.
Then you put silence is your power. I own mine.
What do you mean
And
I
then-
put it?
I put it. Like that's my words.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Can I ask Jessica if that was related to anything in the mix of any of this, or is that?
I just want to ask a question. So just so y'all know, like I have never received a single like subscription from anyone from Nick's life or any of you guys. None of you guys really ever come in here and actually follow me. I think just recently I became friends with someone with Evil Teapot. I think we weren't even friends until probably like a week ago or 2 weeks ago. But I knew who she was. But again, I don't get subscribers ever. And I actually spill actual truth facts from Nick's mouth that Mariah can confirm. I've actually confronted Mason on this live and held a deep conversation with Pat and other people. So to me, I don't see where I'm getting clout. And then also, I went live with Nick a bunch of times before this whole Graceland thing happened. And then he called me and asked me to sit in a live. I've not done things for clout. And I'm actually getting more negative. There's actually a boy profile of TikTok about me. There's a fake Instagram about me. There's a fake Facebook about me. And it's all coming from the Nick Harris world. So being his friend has actually been a negative, in some ways negative, on this situation. I have not gained much. And before this happened, my numbers have not really went up higher or went lower. So I don't know where I'm getting clout from. I want to make that very clear. Also, I don't benefit. I'm a drag queen. I'm trans. Most of my lives are about battling boxes. I just had a woman in my life a minute ago. She's probably here now. She's literally in the ICU. They told her she has limited time to live. She probably won't be alive that long. And she wants to like see her grandbaby before she passes. And she was talking how important my lives were and how much I've helped her, where she almost unalived herself. So my TikTok lives are not about Nick Harris all the time. They're not about this Graceland story. So it's kind of hurting me by even having this come into my world. But because he was treated me so respectfully, I welcomed him into my life. So whoever says I'm trying to do this for clout, can someone give me a receipt of the clout I got? Not one subscriber is from Nick Harris. Mariah, or sorry, not Mariah, my bad, sorry. Summer has how many subscribers off Nick Harris's back?
200 and something.
I want Unconfirmed to answer that.
Oh, sorry, what was it?
I have 0 subscribers on TikTok from Nick Harris or Graceland. I've never received one. Every subscriber I have is from people that are from my world, from my TikTok. None of them are from that world. You can look at my subscribers and I can show you every name. None of them are from your guys' world. How many does Summer have from Nick Harris, off Nick Harris and Graceland's back?
I guess I don't know how to answer that because I don't.
So did Summer have any? Did Summer have any? Did Summer have any
Here's
subscribers?
Jessica,
before Nick or before Graceland? Just answer that question.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't keep track.
You do
of
know,
her
Dizzy.
subscribers. I know. I don't keep track of her subscribers. So this one lady.
I can tell you that.
Can I answer the question?
Yes, but you're not
I wanted
answering.
to
I
ask
said
something
answer yes
whenever.
or no. So I want you to just answer me the direct question.
I don't know. Okay, so before like she broke off from the other people, no, she didn't. But the thing is like she had this one person come in and just do the subscriber like gift or whatever it is called, subscriber whatever,
which came
people,
from Nick Harris and
You have to
Graceland,
physically
correct?
turn
No.
on your subscribers.
But here's the thing: is like you or like she, like this one person had to no, because I went live one time on my regular platform and I didn't have to turn on it, and somebody subscribed to me, random as
So if I show you the
random as hell.
shot of her saying that, guys, should I turn on subs? It's the lowest it'll let me go is $3 to her chat. Then you're gonna say what?
If you go live a lot of times, it will be you'll have subscribers. Because I went live
I
like
don't want to
4
make it
times, and
personable
here's the
about
thing.
Summer. I'm making a point that I do not get clout or any kind of benefit. I have not made any really gifts from anyone in your like. I don't think Sus has ever gifted me maybe more than $1. I don't think Evil Teapot's ever gifted me or subscribed here. I don't think anyone has ever subscribed or gifted me, and if they have, it's been a very small amount from the world. Some people, I don't want to exclude anybody because I'm sure someone has, but I don't do this for clout. I am advocating for someone who is suffering with mental health. You guys have watched me go live with Pat where he's calling me a drug addict and he's calling me all kinds of names. And I sat there for 30 minutes while he was attacking me. And then finally he apologized. And that's when we were able to have a sensible conversation. So for y'all to say that I'm clout chasing off of
Who
Nick,
said that?
it was just said, it was just showed. Was it not just talked about? Did we not just play a video? We just had this full conversation.
And also, wasn't money hungry in there too?
So
in the screenshots.
So money hungry. So TikTok is number one. This business called TikTok. Take me out of it. The battle set up is for money. The reason why we can gift each other in boxes is for them to make money. They make 50%. So this app is about money.
Correct. Of course. That's why people battle.
So if Jeffree Star does a battle, for example, and no disrespect to anyone, I'm not talking out of context. I'm just saying if he does a battle and he makes $500 from a battle, 50% is going to TikTok. And it's set up to battle. So it's not someone being money hungry. It's someone playing a fucking Mortal Kombat game where there's a score and people are gifting, which is cool. It's the part of the technology of TikTok.
Correct.
So to use that world about me and say I'm money hungry, are we all going to work every day to make money? Don't you clock into your job every day to make money? So I just don't understand. I'm not on here I've never ever asked one time. I've been in a live with Pat where there was fucking 600 people, 6,000 people in the chat. I never once asked for a single gift. I don't have a live goal set right now. I have not asked one of you guys to gift anybody. So if you can give me one receipt where I was live with anyone that's involved with Graceland or Nick and I asked for a gift or a subscriber or a single follow, please clip me and show me. But I can guarantee you, every one of you all can watch Summer, watch anyone, and I'm not saying Evil Teapot, I don't know how their live goes, so I can't say it, but I'm sure you all got subscribers off of Nick and Graceland. I'm sure you guys got viewers from Nick and Graceland. I'm sure you guys have profited and made gifts from Nick and Graceland. My life is not like that, and I do not do that. I'm not saying you do, so please understand.
Yeah, we don't do subscribers. We've gotten a lot of views from the Graceland stuff, but we don't do subscribers and all that stuff.
But you do acknowledge that it came from Graceland and Nick, right?
100%.
Some of them, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
but to say you're like money hungry is a thing, like the same thing like of battlers. Like we get it. Everybody on TikTok that goes live, and like people that even don't, like I freaking like when I went live on my other account, I was just like playing games, chilling with my friends. Like I could have not have done that.
okay.
You know what I mean? And it's just like, I don't understand like the difference between, you know, going live, showing something that people have to pay for to subscribe to. And she subscribed to that, to people talking about it, to battling. What's the difference? I just don't understand like why everyone's so upset.
No, I'm not upset. Obviously, I battle. I make money off of that, but I'm not on here like money hungry. Again, I'm not asking for subscribers off Nick or Graceland. I think if you take the content, it's about Nick and Graceland, right? I'm clout chasing off Nick. So if that's factual, let's look at Summer and Jessica and put them on a scale. Summer hosts lives that are only about Graceland and Nick Harris.
And did not T and Sezz and Britt do that as well in her panel, or no?
I'm talking about Summer and Jessica. So Jessica and Summer, two of us people, right? Her live is only about Graceland and Nick. Yes, false or true? Which one?
That her live is only about Nick or Graceland?
It's streaming Graceland. It's all about Graceland.
Yeah, a lot of people do that.
How many times have you guys heard her talk about this guy that she likes that's from the whole Pat world? So, and she's like love bombing him, and she thinks she's obviously the D word hungry.
Do you guys know the word trolling of when we all realize that people are making fun of her?
So what's the difference between, okay, again, this is a scale, Jessica and her, right? So there's...
Okay, so we're talking about you and her then. We're not talking about anybody else.
I'm talking to this chat. I will go to Evil.
Oh,
I can
okay, sorry.
I'm asking you a question. I'm asking this chat. I'm talking to everybody in the boxes. Summer and Jessica's on a scale. So her live is about Nick Harris and Graceland. My live is not about Nick Harris and Graceland. Maybe out of 500 lives, maybe 20 minutes at most have been about Nick Harris from here and there. I hardly ever talk about it. And if I do small little updates and I hit it. I go into y'all's boxes, I say very small little bit, and then I go. I don't linger there for hours. I don't play into that world. I'm not trying to clout chase off it. I'm just his friend. So there's her world. So she goes up a little bit off the clout chasing, and then I stay down here because I go up a little tiny bit, I guess is what we can say. But her subscribers are all off of his back, mine are not. Then she also has a guy that she likes that's from the Nick Harris and Pat world and Graceland world. I'm friends with someone, and she's like glazing about how hot and amazing and my baby. I don't call Nick my baby. I'm not like trying to be in a relationship with her or like go after him. So there's someone in addiction that's involved with Graceland, and there's someone that I'm friends with that's involved with Graceland, Nick and him. Nick versus her boy. So how is she any better than me when I'm trying to be someone's friend, but she's actually like in love with someone?
We're not saying you're clout chasing off of Nick because of that, and you're not calling anybody your baby. Is like
So explain to me the difference between her guy that she's seeking after from Pat, Graceland, Nick world, and then I am friends with Nick. I actually have video proof. I've battled with him multiple times. I've sat in lives with him. I've never hit on him. I've never went into y'all's boxes and glazed over him about how he's my baby. Have I ever done that?
Nobody's has said you did.
Okay, so I'm trying to explain there's a major difference between Jessica Diamond and Summer Love.
Yes, there's a difference between everybody in this world. I'm just not like, this is just, we're fighting over just people in the boxes are just fighting over other things. You're talking about something else. It's just like a weird scenario right now. And I'm just going to respectfully drop because just this is making no sense. And
it makes perfect sense. If you follow what I'm saying.
It's making perfect sense. Maybe
follow what Teapot just showed a bunch of evidence. I played a video. You're in the conversation. You're participating in the conversation. When this live first started with you up here, you said Summer has never spoke about me. You have never bashed me. And then
she has never said that what they were talking about in lives, right?
To you, Dizzy. She's never said it to you.
But she says it to you.
Excuse me?
Yeah, anyways, I'm gonna drop. I'm fucking over this shit. I'm fucking done with TikTok. Yeah, I'm
very rude.
Bye.
Just so
That was not
uneducated
right.
and so ignorant. It's not. I can't even with
Very
that one.
ignorant.
I can't.
That was sorry, Jessica. I
love your accent.
Wait, guys.
Thanks.
I don't want to bash anyone, so let's not bash.
No, that's okay. I've just wanted to speak, but I didn't. I don't want to yell in your live, so I just.
You're welcome to be here. I invited you up here.
Yeah.
So you're welcome to be here. But based on what Teapot gave me on a video that I played with you guys, based on the receipts that she provided, and then based on her responses, this entire live could be clipped and seen. Nothing I said is out of pocket, out of context. I have not bashed Summer as a trans person one time. I have not made fun of the guy she likes one time. I have not bashed anyone. That's not how I conduct myself. But obviously, with the screenshots that she showed and the video I played, there is some fucked up shit happening outside of TikTok on Discord or wherever you guys are talking out on phone calls where I am being targeted and I'm being talked about when I've done nothing to deserve that. And my chat can tell you, and you guys have witnessed how I treated Summer. I have given her nothing but respect. I have treated her with the most utmost like fucking everyone follow her, show her love, go in her live, watch it. My friend Lori would ever watch for fucking 5 hours one day. And I've done nothing besides be a good person, and then in response this is happening. To me, that's not fair, but I'll take it on the chin because I am friends with Nick. I will always defend and fight for the person like she just did for Summer, which I respect, and I gave her that. With me, same thing. I will fight for Nick. I will always defend him until he does something dirty to me. I will defend him. So
yeah, and we've had that discussion that like I have respect for you for the way you stand up for Nick. I don't see him the same way, but I have respect for you because I've said I appreciate the way you advocate for him. He's lucky to have that.
And I think she's lucky to have her. But I think that with that conversation that we just had, if you replay this live, if anybody's clipping it, you're going to see where Dizzy kind of got, I don't know the right word, but evil Teapot like literally provided every bit of like a receipt that you need to prove. I'm not trying to like, I can use the wrong words sometimes. Oh, they clipping it? Who's clipping it? Who's clipping the live? I don't know what they mean. I'm sure it's being clipped.
Just saying in general, someone's probably clipping it.
Which is fine.
And let's go for the record, Jess, that you have texted Summer and texted her the screenshot, the clip, and asked her to go and talk to you. And you've got no response.
Well,
so let's put that out there as well, guys, because there's been stuff in the chat that have been, oh, well, we need Summer in here. You're right. We would love to have Summer in here. But she has not responded.
Yeah, she sends her friends to do her dirty work. This is what she does.
And I'm not, and I don't want to talk bad about anybody, about, but I'm just saying that I've seen in this chat that people are like, we really need Summer. You're right. We do need Summer in here. We would love to have Summer talk and to tell us what she thinks and what was actually said. But we don't have that. So, there you go. That was my 2 cents.
So people are came off Dizzy's.
Yeah, they just, as those, I guess they thought that I was like currently in the Discord, and they just locked the whole Discord down as I was showing you the screenshots, so nobody could get the further up stuff, but the whole Discord.
Thanks for calling me a bitch, Allison. Very kind of you. Very kind.
And I would be careful. The Allison in your comments, Jessica, she goes around to comments, which I have proof of as well, and calls people P3Os and just randomly, and then messages them after saying she's sorry, and then continues to go randomly do it to people. Just be careful. She's very unhinged.
Okay, I don't know anything about that. This is crazy.
But yeah, if you just ended that video where we're talking about that call, the one thing in that video is when we're talking about the call where Summer is talking about saying the unicorn stuff and stuff about you, that was a call with 3 like her first people. But then the girl that's up there that starts talking about the unicorn horn comments as well and saying that, yeah, it was on a call. If you listen to it, she's talking about a completely different call because we didn't even know her. We've never even like interacted. We didn't know her, nothing like that. So, and then we're like, wait a minute, she had a call with you too. So it wasn't the first time Summer did it on a call with us. She's also done it on a call with them as well.
Sorry, my friend, he's an attorney. He asked me if I was okay. So I was just saying like, I was okay.
Oh, it's okay. Yep.
No, you're fine.
But yeah, I just want to, I'll drop down, but it's just so you can see that there was shots and
If you
that
were clear about something, I did send Summer. I copied your message. I sent the message you sent me to her. I sent the exact. I went out of your message, went to YouTube, got the clip, came back, gave her the exact YouTube clip outside of your message, and I reached out and I provided her with your exact message where you sent me. So I did try to have a conversation. I also wrote her before that and said I would like to talk to you, and she said, "Yeah, we could talk offline." That was the only conversations we had. So I have tried to communicate with her so that we could so we can figure out how to not have this kind of situation happen. But I think that after me ask, I just what is the question? Sorry. No, just talk about subs and Summer's clout. I was defending and saying that how am I getting clout?
Can I say something to that comment, please?
Yeah.
So I think what Jessica is trying to say, the difference is, darling, is that Jessica has absolutely has substance to her lives that do not make her money. She does that through battling. But when she is in battle, she doesn't bring up the Nick Harris and all the BS. That is not what her page is about. So that makes a big difference if you're making money off the back of other people's trials versus battling people and making your earnings that way.
And I'm actually a real creator that goes live every day. I have real conversations. We sat here and cry. I was literally crying my eyes out today while my friend was playing a song because my friend's in the ICU in the chat. And my life is not about Nick Harris or Graceland. I actually have, we've had some of the most fucking craziest conversation. Oh my God. Here comes the Gia gun stuff. Anyway, so there's a major difference in with what I do compared to what she does, I feel.
Absolutely. Yep.
Well, and you've always been honest. You enjoy battling and you do boxes. I've come past before and you're doing boxes with your friends, but you make it very clear you battle on here. That's okay. There's no shame in that.
So let me answer something in the chat real quick. So Gia Gunn came to Cincinnati. We talked on the phone. I helped her make money. We had a full conversation offline, so I'm not going to go deep into it. But I taught her TikTok, how to do the battles, how to do well in her life. Amaya, very close friend of mine, so please be careful when you bring her up because you need to have facts when you talk about her. She lost her job. I brought her on TikTok. I took her around. Shelly, Ashley, anyone can watch, Crazy Craig. Amaya can sure come in here any second, confirm for herself. I provided a space and I taught her how to thrive and do very well. So to say I clout chase something, off someone, you might want to check your facts because I actually went to them and I provided something for them and gave them a space to grow and develop and be themselves. I did not say that I did not make her, I did not say that. But I taught her how to do battles and she'll tell you that. She was just saying that I want to thank Jessica Diamond. Just a couple days ago before TikTok went, she said that she would like to thank Jessica Diamond for teaching her how to do the battles and things like that. So you might want to get your facts straight. Anyway, moving on.
Did you have any other questions? Otherwise, I'll just drop down.
No, that was kind of, I didn't even really want to have this fucking conversation. I already did it earlier.
No, I know. I know, yeah.
But I love you and I'm grateful that you
Appreciate
have
you.
been nothing but respectful to me. And if you ever need me, I'll be there for you.
Yeah, thanks, Jessica.
Thank you.
Have a good night, guys.
Take care.
Good night, Sezz. Oh, what a roller coaster the last 24 hours have been.
Everybody wants to talk for Summer, but Summer won't come up here and talk to you. And the last time this happened, Summer sugarcoated everything that she had said on her live about you. And when you confronted her, she sugarcoated it. and didn't tell the whole truth. And now this unconfirmed person is doing it again because unconfirmed tried to do it on the last time.
Was I trying to defend her?
Huh?
Was I trying to defend her?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember because I think me and Unconfirmed or Dizzy or whatever her name is got into it.
Yeah, she told you to like be quiet or something like that because you were. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is that you have proof this time, physical proof, and hearing it. And she won't come up and try to get out of it with you or defend herself. And your point of making money off of Nick is exactly to the point. You know, you've got your thing, and then unconfirmed she couldn't handle it. She had to leave.
Well, I mean, I agree, but if it was me, I feel like I would have probably felt a little overwhelmed to begin with because it was so many against one person. Even though I tried to make sure it was very clear that she was not that person, and she also was just trying to fight for her friend, which I respect that, and I give her flowers for that. But also she was a part of the text thread, and so she wasn't as innocent just defending a friend. She was actually participating, which is why I put the other girl in a big box, Teapot, so we could see and read everything. And we now see and read that Dizzy is just as involved as everybody else because she's typing in the Discord.
Mm-hmm.
So when she's advocating for Summer, she was actually advocating for herself and Summer because they both were in the thread that Teapot played.
Exactly.
So a lot of it's very confusing, a little unnecessary, and I already knew this was going to come with being friends with Nick, and I understand that, I get it, but at least let's all, if you're going to subscribe to someone, or you're going to like, whatever, I think you should just cash app Nick himself. But
even if you are friends with, okay, so you're friends with Nick, and you do what you do with them, that's fine. But there's no reason for you to be attacked by somebody else that's in the same situation as you, as being a trans.
No, I agree. I think that was the part that like fucked me up is that I'm not trans, I'm a drag queen. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's a little bizarre. But and very hurtful.
mean, that's being a bully and being mean and just not right. And that happened after she had already told you, after you confronted her on the other thing, that that she loves you and this and that, and she doesn't say those things about you.
That was the next day, Lori.
Yeah.
Because that night I let Britt come up and talk after everything ended, and then I ended the live and we were done. That next day, she said, I think Jessica's talking to me after that. I want to know, why do we have to hate and not be loved each other? I wish you could tell me that, Mr. Attorney. Like, I wish I would know. Please explain. But I mean, I do want to talk to Summer. I've not bashed her. I just don't think that. I think there's a lot of.
No, but there's been enough time since you've had that recording. I mean, it was 11 o'clock this Monday, somewhere around there. I don't know. I've been up for 24 hours.
Yeah, I also know that her boyfriend was in my live, so I know she knows that we're discussing
exactly.
This. And normally she pops in. She hasn't popped in, so that tells me something too.
Well, and when she said that you guys could talk about it, why hasn't it been done?
What's the tea, Gypsy? I agree. And I'll tell you guys, I have friends that go into that live that listen to everything that's said, so they normally report to me or tell me what's going on, that are from that world, or some that just are here and like Lori overheard some things, and so she actually like heard it. She knows things that were said, so as well as some other people. So whenever I confronted her the first time and she denied it, Lori was right here and was like, wait a minute, she's sugarcoating because that's not what she said, and that's not the tone of how she said it. So, we can move on, I guess, if we want.